Hello and welcome. Today is April 22nd. It's Wednesday and it's Earth Day, which is why I am in a tree, rather high up in a tree, which is probably the stupidest idea I've had in a while. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad, but for today's video, I want to just very quickly talk about some things that you can do right now if you are feeling either bored or maybe helpless. And what I mean by that is some quick projects that you can do to show gratitude, to do some part during this global pandemic that we're in due to COVID-19. So I'm gonna switch over to a voiceover and go do some photos of some things and talk about some ideas before I fall out of the tree.
I made it out of the tree without breaking any limbs, except for some tree limbs, which is bad because it's Earth Day, but let's go on. I mentioned when I was still up in the tree that I wanted to talk about a project you could do if you're feeling a little powerless or helpless. And I want to talk about that real quick before I talk about the project. With so many people having to stay inside and be quarantined and be socially distant, we can feel a little detached or helpless when we think about all the others who are on the front lines of this battle against the global pandemic. But you have to understand that that's not true. We are doing something, right? Being socially distant, staying inside is helping. But I understand that feeling, right? I understand it very well. So when I started to think about that, I started to think about what could I do to show my gratitude, my support, because I personally have severe asthma. I'm one of those high risk people. So I talked to my wife about it. We started looking around and we found something about hearts, displaying hearts to show support for healthcare workers and essential workers. So the first project we did was to paint a big heart on our front door, right? And we thought about making it a big family project because we thought it'd be a great bonding experience. And that's just what we did. We painted a big heart. We started with a black outline and colored it in red. And we involved Dominic, our son, and Joey, our daughter, even though she's, 15 months old and a little energetic. It was a great experience. It brought us together. We got to talk about why we were doing it and what it symbolized with Dominic, who at the age of 9 had some questions. And after we were done with it, literally right after, we noticed people who were driving by and seeing it, right? They were slowing down and then people started honking and it felt great. And we thought about, what it meant. Gratitude is important. Showing gratitude for those who are doing something is important. And beyond this, right? When we have gotten rid of this virus, when we've solved this problem, the lesson of gratitude is still going to be important. It's a powerful lesson, right? Showing gratitude is incredibly powerful. And here's the thing about doing it, right? It in itself spreads quickly. When you show gratitude, you make the person you're showing gratitude feel important, feel supported, and feel appreciated. But you do something else. You make everyone else who witnesses that act of gratitude start to think about it. And you inspire them to do the same. And that's the key here, right? Because when we did that, we started thinking about what else we could do. And I ended up going down into my basement, scrounging up whatever scrap wood I could find, digging out the power tools, which I didn't cut off any fingers, thankfully. And I made a heart sign for the front yard. I figured, let's do this more. Let's see what else we could inspire. And we cut out a heart, I painted it, I wrote thank you on both sides, and we put it in the front yard. My wife's parents drove by and saw it, they loved the idea behind it. They asked me if I could make one for them. I made another heart sign for them. We started talking to other family members. My wife's brother in England thought it was great. They painted hearts in their windows in England. They had neighbors doing it, and it kind of spread, right? And we started noticing more and more hearts. And it's a great project that you can do to show your gratitude. And you can really, depending on what you have available, really expand upon it, turn it into a great family project, right? It doesn't have to be something where you're using wood. Please don't disassemble like the bookshelf or furniture. Don't take the kitchen table and cut a big heart shape in the middle of it. Do what you have with what you have available, right? Like I said, I'll hopefully right here have the picture of our front door and the other signs. It's something to feel connected. It's something to show gratitude. It can be something easy, and it can be a wonderful family activity. It can bring you some sense of connectedness while also showing that important gratitude to those people who are working. And I know I personally have so many students who are family members who are essential workers, whether they're in the healthcare industry or in other professions that have to go to work every day, have to be put in, at risk so that the rest of us are safe. Showing them that gratitude is important. So that's my idea for a project, right? The idea of the hearts to say thank you. Look it up. You'll probably see different things, hearts for healthcare workers and so forth. Just something to think about. I hope everyone's well. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave a thing at the bottom, and I'll do my best to address them. Until next time, be well. I promise you I won't climb any more trees and other weird things. Bye.